Dear viewers, welcome to this YouTube channel. In this chapter, there will be an explanation of predicting a great fortune, as follows. Predicting a great fortune is about predicting wealth, assets and properties gain, including other fortunes for the native. The majority usually concerns wealth and properties that are much larger than usual. Moreover, it is beyond the common principles that Kadhumpa and Tanu Bhava can provide in general. Therefore, they are not enough to explain this topic. It is a collection of data inherited from the observations of ancient Thai astrological masters. It contains special cases that are different from common principles. These cases will be mentioned separately to avoid mixing with the common principles of predicting. They are considered very accurate since the ancient time up to the point that they are composed in verses for easy memorization. However, based on my observations and data collections from my moderate experience, many of these cases are very accurate while many others are somewhat accurate. Moreover, some of them are still uncertain, and therefore the verses of astrological masters would not be mentioned and criticized. The clarified information from my part will only be mentioned to retain the respect to these masters whom the knowledge came from. They are indeed beneficial for latter generations of astrologers such as myself. These principles of predicting are valid for both the original and the transiting horoscope. Though they are mostly used for foretelling transiting horoscopes since there are many occurrences. If the transiting horoscope meets these conditions according to the following cases, a great fortune will occur. Case 1. If transiting Saturn, 7, is in opposition to the original Rahu, 8, and the transiting Sun, 1, is in conjunction to the original Jupiter, a great fortune will occur. During 1 month that the Sun is in conjunction to Jupiter. Sometimes when the Sun, 1, is in opposition to Jupiter, 5, is considered suffice. Case 2. If transiting Saturn, 7, is in conjunction to the original Rahu, 8, and transiting Mars, 3, is in opposition to the original Venus, 6, and also the transiting Sun, 1, is in conjunction to the original Jupiter, 5. If these 3 pairs exist, a great fortune will occur. Case 3. If the transiting Moon is in conjunction to the ascendant and transiting Jupiter, 5, is in conjunction to Mercury, 4, and also transiting Mercury, 4, is in opposition to the Moon, 2. If these 3 pairs exist, a great fortune will occur. Fortune from an accomplished work. Case 4. If transiting Jupiter, 5, is in conjunction to the original Sun, 1, and the transiting Sun, 1, is in opposition with the original Jupiter, 5, and also the transiting Moon, 2, is in conjunction to the original Rahu, 8. If these 3 pairs exist, a great fortune will occur. Fortune from an accomplished work. Case 5. If transiting Mars, 3, is in conjunction to the original Venus, 6, and the transiting Sun, 1, is in opposition to the Moon, 2, and also the transiting Moon, 2, is in conjunction to Mercury. If these 3 pairs exist, a great fortune will occur. Case 6. If transiting Saturn, 7, is in conjunction to the original Mars, 3, and transiting Mars, 3, is in opposition to or is in conjunction to the original Saturn, 7. In this case, there will be no fortune. Even though there is a fortune, it will not be without penalties and will eventually disappear. Troublesome fortune, therefore this case is considered more negative than positive. Observations and direct experience. A great fortune usually occurs when a friendly pair is in conjunction or in opposition to each other more often than any other pairs. The first case of a great fortune with my own experience was when Saturn, 7, had been in opposition to Rahu, 8, for 2.5 years. The Sun, 1, had a chance to be in conjunction to Jupiter at least twice. Twice also in opposition. The conditions according to the textbooks were met 3 times over because when the Sun, 1, was in opposition counted as 1 time as well. It could be considered way over the standard conditions. The first case of a great fortune was a shared experience between myself and friends which were foretold in advance. Everything was precise according to the time frame and the textbooks. However, it was accurate only once and therefore it was considered half correct. The first case of a great fortune was a shared experience between myself and a friend's wife who were informed afterward. Everything was precise except for the time frame that was delayed for 2 months. Moreover, it was correct only once and therefore it was considered half correct. The time frame was inaccurate as well. The first case of a great fortune was a shared experience between myself and 5 to 6 friends, at different times, that there could be a great fortune coming. However, nothing happened to any of us which was inaccurate according to the textbooks. The third occurrence of a great fortune was my own direct experience. When the moon was in conjunction to the ascendant for 2.5 days, and 3 conditions were met. A great fortune occurred twice over the same matter, once 5 days before and once 5 days after the conjunction. This was accurate according to the textbooks. For other cases, there was neither enough confirming evidence nor experience. Although there was a case when a native had transiting planets that satisfied the conditions of a great fortune. It turned out to be a career fortune rather than wealth and properties. The native was assigned a position in a large organization and had a considerably high salary, despite there were many competitors for this position and the native fell behind in terms of abilities. In conclusion, predicting a great fortune is rather complicated to understand, despite that there are guidelines to follow. An explanation could be that each native has a set of different original horoscopes, financial planet, and Kadhumpa Bhava that are not mentioned in the textbooks. Involving diversities of many people, there is no guarantee that a great fortune shall occur to everyone. It still has a reliable level of precision so that this is not completely wasted. As examined, the period when the first case of a great fortune occurred with over the standard conditions is when transiting Jupiter, 5, is in conjunction to the original Sun, 1, and the transiting financial planet is in conjunction to the original financial planet and its elemental pair. This is considered 2.5 pairs. It is an additional observation. Please stay tuned for the upcoming episodes.